Welcome everyone that clicked on this video. You can call me May, and today is another episode of my My Little Pony OCs series. It's been a while since I've done this series, and the simple explanation for that is there was a lot of other stuff I wanted to work on instead. It's not that I didn't like the series, I still really enjoy making these characters, but I was really wanting, there's just a bunch of other stuff I was like more excited about, so I prioritized that. Because I find if you prioritize what you want to do the most at that moment, it helps you keep motivation. But we are back to the series. There's gonna be a spoiler warning here soon. Again, this was an art base, not if I drew a while ago. I don't know where the art base came from. Sorry, I couldn't give credit to the original owner. It's gonna show, I'm gonna put it on the screen here soon. It will show the previous 4 that I have already done. So if you don't want those spoiled before you watch them, you can go watch them in, I believe they have a playlist. If you haven't done that, then here's, boom, there's your spoilers. Last time I actually asked you guys to vote in a poll for what one I should do next. And I proceeded, I think, to forget the poll for a while. But then when I got the poll, it also took a while because they were even for a while, so I didn't know who to do. But then eventually, the one that overtook the rest was blue, and blue as in literally blue, not navy or cyan, I think were the other 2. There were 3 different shades of blue, but blue won. So here's the old blue reveal right here, as I talk about her. So blue is who we're doing today. I think if I remember correctly, one of the names I remember she had, I think was like Pixel Joy or Joystick or something like that. Pixel Glitch, I think was one at one point, or Joy Pixel. I don't remember her name is. I think I'll do Pixel Glitch for now because it sounds the coolest. So yeah, we are gonna start with her pony form. I'm gonna quickly talk about her old designs. So you'll see a couple photos of her old designs here. I'm gonna talk about the redesign of her old designs, because for all these I quickly draw like a mix of a bunch of their old designs and put it on the side here, you'll see. So I'm gonna talk about that one quick because I find it really interesting. She's also one of the oldest ones I've made. You can tell by this drawing I think I have here of her. If it's this shaped pony, that means they're really old, because I remember these being some of my first ever. I'm like, I want to make a gamer pony. So this is her original design. I decided I wanted to give her a bunch of accessories related to video games. So she has a Pikachu hat, Pokeball earring, Kirby backpack, which I remember being like so proud of. Kirby backpack would definitely open from the mouth. Sonic rings on her hooves, Minecraft necklace, a Super Smash Brothers necklace, and the last one I remember when drawing one of her designs, I don't think she had any necklace, because I added all the accessories she's ever had pretty much onto this design. Remember, I couldn't think of a gaming necklace, and I asked one of my brothers, Ace, as I call him on my channel, or if you're from my brother's channel, you'll know him as Green. I asked him, I don't know, game character necklace, one that's like would be noticeable, and then he directed me to Nathan Drake from Uncharted with his like ring necklace, and I thought it was cool, so I went with that. I just thought that was a funny little story. But anyways, we are gonna get onto her current design that you've been seeing probably being drawn in the background here. As you probably saw at the start, I did struggle a little bit with posing. I did really like the hair I gave her at the start of her pony form, but I thought the ponytail just fit it better. I was like, I tried to do the ponies and the human or equestrian girls. It's human designs because they have normal skins. I tried to do them like separate hairstyles so they're easy to turn apart, and then I realized most of the ones I've already done have the same hairstyle, just in a slightly different manner. So I decided to go back to the pony because I just felt like it fit her better, even though I do really like this hairstyle, but you will see that later. You'll see this hairstyle later. I'll talk a little bit about her personality while this goes. Her old personality, Diet Rainbow Dash. I do remember her being kind of close to a Rainbow Dash personality, but not as cocky, I guess, or not as showboaty. I would probably say her new personality is definitely a chill side, like just like gaming and chilling around with friends, hanging out. I would definitely also put her as a night owl. I do imagine her staying up late playing video games. Whether she's tired in the morning or not, I don't know. I wouldn't give her the tired personality trait because I already gave that to a different character. I almost gave it to her though anyways. I do also think she'd be kind of lazy, more like sitting around and staying indoors rather than doing active stuff. Well, like a same girl. But I do think she is like has a little bit of a lazy quality to her, but she still does stuff. She still moves, but she prefers to sit and play her video games. And And I do think she would be competitive, however, only in video games, because there's people that are competitive and they're competitive in anything they do. But she's only competitive when it comes to video games. If it comes to anything else, she's not competitive and does not care. But if it comes to video games, she will want to win and she will try her best. And she may do a little bit of trash talking, who knows. But as for her design, I decided to keep her color scheme because I thought it looked really different and unique. And I know it's really bright. I did change the hues and stuff down a little bit to hopefully make it more of a pony design. But there are some brighter ponies when it comes to hair and stuff, so I think it's okay. I remember how I got this color scheme is I looked up video games, and I think I might have looked up video game aesthetics, and the 3 colors that popped up were red, blue, and yellow. So I'm like, I'm going with that color scheme. Also, Sonic and Mario and Pac-Man, I guess. So I do think, I just realized that now that it's Sonic and Mario's colors. But you know, that fits because they are 2 of the most iconic gaming characters. I kept yellow for the eyes because I thought it popped a lot and I really liked how it looked. Other than that, she has a red ponytail, red ponytail as in like the hairstyle, and a red ponytail as in literally her ponytail's red. I decided to make her tail like hair shorter so it wouldn't be like I did in the original, but I decided to keep the shortness. It's kind of messy. For her adult and chibi design, you can see that there is a red tips to her hair. I think I was seeing like hair transformations, and I've seen people dye like the little ends of their hair, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that for her because I think it'd look cool. It is dyed. You can tell that by her when she gets her cutie mark, when her little full form, I guess is the best way to put it, doesn't have the red tips. She is a slightly taller, lengthier pony, as you can know. I think that is also just how I draw unicorns more often. I do like the idea of her sticking her tongue out a lot when she's concentrating, hence why I did that. You can see that there is the square marks all over her body, and then her horn, you could also have probably seen it has like a jagged and a little bit of a glitchy texture to it. To keep that from the original, because I remember thinking that was really cool. You can see that she got her ones on her hooves after she got her cutie mark, by the little one having only just the colored hooves, because I think I did a thing where most of my unicorn designs have hooves. I'm not sure if they all do though. I realized I've done a lot of unicorns. I've done 2 Pegasus and then now 3 unicorns. I swear there's earth ponies, but I just guess I haven't got to them yet. Her magic is yellow to match her eye color, because that's usually what the show does. It either matches their eyes or their cutie mark, most likely. But yeah, the pixel things are like her hoof design up her leg, and I just thought it looked cool. Her cutie mark is based on her original, but I decided to only pick certain colors. It's a purplish, blackish color for all the black stuff on her because I didn't want to do straight up black. And I think it's a really pretty color, honestly. It came out well. I remember her original had a game controller and a joystick. I think it's what they had, the joystick controller, like the one with just the joystick. Is that what it's called? Probably got that wrong. And I was thinking of changing it, but I decided just to keep it how it was because I actually really like how it looks. Took out some of the pixel glitches things and made it more cohesive. The color schemes are very straightforward. I know the controller is based on, I think, a real life controller, but I can't think of what it's called right now. But I did do a rounded controller because it felt like it fit the My Little Pony vibe better. If you see, fun fact, on her old designs, her really old ones, you can see that I decided to make my own gaming console of a circle, which is definitely probably based on something that I had when I was younger, but I can't remember what. So I decided to pay a little homage to that as her younger self using that one, as you can see. Besides that, her newer consoles are definitely based heavily on a Switch because that's just the first, like when I think of handheld consoles, that's the first one that pops in my head. I tried to make the controllers more rounded and blocky on the side so it wouldn't look straight up like a Switch, but it kind of does. But that's okay. It's not a Switch though, I swear. Don't cover me. I almost wish I kept them more circular, but I didn't. As you can see on the chibi, the buttons are bigger because I'm like, how does a pony that doesn't have magic like her play this system? I just imagine the buttons being bigger and easier to press with hooves. I don't know. I am not thinking about the logistics here. If you look on the back of the gaming console that the older version, non-chibi version of her is holding, you can see that it has that sleeping pony heart-shaped thing that was all over the place in 2012. When My Little Pony was really popular, every single pony had one of those, somewhere in artwork of that. And I decided to bring it back as a little reference by putting it here. You can see it has the face buttons as the cutie mark on that because I thought it was cute. It definitely has Fluttershy's hair though, but I thought it'd be fun to add that to the thing. And then you can see her headphones have a horseshoe on it because I wanted to add something to it, and I thought horseshoe would make sense for My Little Pony themed headphones. Don't ask how they work. They probably go from the back of your head up to the ears. That'd be my guess, but besides that, I don't know fully how they would work. And then you can also see that poor chibi version of her lost her game and died. So she's sad. If you're asking what her cutie mark is in, I wrote down here, cutie mark is gamer/game making games. My idea is that her younger self was playing a game like one of those ones that help kids learn how to code, and she beat like a very hard level or something. So it's a mix of making games and literally playing games. And whether that makes sense or not, I don't know, but I kept it because gamer. I wanted her to be a gamer, and that's why I kept. Most of these I'm not changing their full-on identity for what their power was originally. You can also see her horn is, you can't see in the finished drawing, but when I was drawing it, you can see it has more of a blocky, flat tip because I like doing all of my unicorn horns slightly differently, so they're all unique. Same with my Pegasus wings, even though some of them will look very similar because I like doing the cloud wings, I'll be honest, that's why. But besides that, I think that's pretty much her design. I can't think of anything else to specifically point out. If you have any questions I didn't answer about her design, leave them in the comments. I did give her freckles, yes, but they are squares, so they're clearly different. Anyways, now we'll move on to her human Equestria girl, whatever you want to call it, design. So I'll do a quick talk about her old design, which I think I only have one of, and oof. I don't know what I was thinking with that design. I don't like it. The hair is this Rainbow Dash's hair in a ponytail. I do think I drew it well in the little quick really sketch design, but that's all I can really say about it. Besides that, she also is accessory heavy with the Pikachu hat, the Mega Man blaster on her arm. Makes sense to wear that around all the time. Yep. To be honest, if I wanted to add that into a character design, I probably would do it as like a bottom of a poofy sleeve, which makes me want to do that now. Here's probably a sketch of it because I'm probably gonna go sketch that right after I finish doing this video because I need to just write it down. Then she has the Kirby backpack. The necklace is still there from Nathan Drake. It's both Sonic rings as anklets and Sonic's shoes, which are drawn terribly in this redesign, by the way. But mind you, I'm sorry about that, Sonic. I'm sorry. And then she has weird purple glitch-y things on her. All my characters had like a special feature to them, like a previous girl that I did had sprinkles. But yeah, and her color scheme was not the best either. Her design. It might not be the worst out of my old designs, but it's definitely not great. It's definitely the most simple though. Now we're gonna talk about her new design. I didn't know what to do for a pose at the start. I did end up doing her like leaning against a wall playing a video game because I already have one of my characters walking while doing something and I didn't want to do the same there. And then she has her headshot and her little chibi one, which I decided to keep crisscross sitting on the floor. I almost wanted to use that for a different character, but I decided to go with that because I thought it was cute. I did struggle, I think, with her proportions, if I remember correctly, as you can probably see at the start of the video or still now. And like I did with the rest of my portrait shots, I guess I call them chest up shots, I guess. Like I did with the rest of my portrait shots, it does go down into a different interesting shape because I think that's a fun way of doing it instead of just having it literally cut off. Anyways, oh my goodness, her forehead looks huge. Oh, don't worry, I shrunk it. Her ear also looks big, but that's not as noticeable, I feel like, later on. I decided again to keep the ponytail because I just thought it looked cool, but I gave her an ahoge because I like adding those to characters. I do really like how her hair is drawn on the portrait shot, how it phrased out in that way. I think was really fun. And it was fun to draw, and I think it looks really unique and cool. I decided for her outfit style to go kind of cyberpunk-esque one. I think I remember looking at Pinterest and looking at like gamer designs or something. I don't remember. But cyberpunk-esque design. I thought, one, I don't think I've done something like that. I hadn't done a cyber design for this character, and I really liked how my human designs of Blaze and Silver came out when I did them. Though that's another video. I liked how those came out, and I did a kind of similar style. So I remember sketching out a design and being like, yes, I want to do that. And then I wanted to give her a big jacket, but I was like, wait, what if I make it see-through? So yes, she will have a see-through jacket by the end of this drawing. For her main design, I did do like a sleeveless turtleneck shirt zip-up thing, and then gave her high-waisted cargo pants, I want to call them. I want to call them cargo pants, but it's like puffy pants, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna call them cargo pants, like a high-waisted cargo pant type of style. And then I gave like the red belts and straps off the sides of it because some designs have that in when I was looking up inspo, and I thought it looked cool. And she got pockets. Her shoes are just plain red and yellow. I probably could have done something else with them, but I decided not to do based on the character this time for her shoes, even though I could have done the Sonic shoes like her original design, but they're still red with some yellow, so they have that kind of feeling about them, but I didn't know what to do for them fully, so I just did plain red shoes. I decided to use the same color I used for like the gaming consoles for her pants, because again I didn't want full on black. And the reason I did purple for that stuff is because red and blue make purple. I decided to add some bracelets because I thought I added to her design, and I decided to add the sleeve. It's almost like long gloves, but it's like sleeves that go all the way down to her like hand in a weird way, but thin sleeves. I just thought it looked cool, and I like how that came out, and I would probably wear something like it because I think it's fun. And then her jacket, I tried to draw underneath it where the lines would be coming from if it was like layered on top of each other. So I tried to make it look like it was see-through with layers on top of it. I think it came out pretty good. And then her shirt for her portrait shot is just a couple gaming things, but I want to keep the color scheme of only white, yellow, and red from the all for other designs, because I didn't want to add a bunch of color to her design, because that's what I think her previous design suffered on. I know it's better to pick like a color scheme and go keep with it. So I decided to do like a gaming t-shirt. Everything fits pretty much with the games that they're from, except for the Minecraft dirt block. But I decided that's just like, it's like a spray painting aesthetic shirt that's the oversized enough that it can fall off the shoulder, because I think it looks cool and comfy. On that you can see Kirby star, a Sonic ring, a mushroom from Mario, Zelda Triforce, a Pokemon Pokeball, and a Minecraft block that is a dirt block, but it's white. You can also see on her designs I did add the square freckles again, because if I have an excuse to add freckles to a character, I'm gonna take it. And I didn't want to get rid of them from the original design I had them, and I almost got rid of them because a lot of the characters I feel like have freckles, but I couldn't bring myself to do so. And then her chibi is in her magical girl outfit, which is a thing I was doing for my characters. I realize you can't see her tail in this, but that's fine because it's probably behind her. It is I like the design itself, but I do think I could have done a different pose to show it off better. But I wanted to do a cute pose that she's supposed to be looking up at the horn on her head, but you can't really tell that in the chibi, but that's why the eyes are slightly closer together and higher up than I think I would usually put them. For her little magical girl design, the thing I kept with them all, I believe, is they fade their hands and feet to whatever their pony color is. They get ears plus horns and wings if they have them, and they do get tails. You just can't see hers in this strong. And they have their base color is their color, or whatever it's called, as the dress, plus white on the bottom, like as bracelets, anklets, and on the bottom and top of the dress, and on the choker. But the white can have a color on it. So for this one, I did like little outlines of yellow and red around the pixel looking. The white is shaped in the design slimmer, like to represent the character in some way. So this one has, and then you probably saw at the last second, if you did see, I added to her full design a zipper that looks like the game controller, because I did that in the sketch and I really liked how it looked. I'm like, gotta remember to do that, and I completely forgot to. So I went back and added it right on top. Again, yes, the console she's holding looks like a Switch, but I swear it's not. I will say though, the backhand of how it's holding the Switch looks like the pinky is clipping into the controller. But I don't feel like going to change that. But yeah, this is her. I think I will name her Pixel Glitch, but most people just call her Pixel. Or maybe she has a solid name of just Pixel, might be just her name. Shout out Ninjago. Because I just feel like Pixel related video games is one of my favorite names to use for like a game related character. I just think it is cool. I think that's pretty much her design. It is also, I forgot to mention this, like I said at the start of the video, if I post this in June, it is my birthday month and my sister's birthday month. I want to do a big shout out to my sister. She helps me edit my Minecraft videos. She adds all the fun little stuff and music and stuff on top. So if you like how those are edited, thank her for it. I know I am, because editing is definitely my least favorite part of the process, but she helps a lot in my gaming videos mainly. But yeah, happy birthday to her. I don't know what else to say about her or this in this video, so I think I will probably end it here. I hope you liked her. I will try to remember this time to do it the day of when I post this video, but I will be putting out a poll for the last 3 designs, and you guys can choose which one you want me to do out of those 3. And I'll probably hopefully get it out sooner than almost a year later, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I don't have really much else to say about this video. I hope you enjoyed like her design. So thank you everyone who clicked on this video, especially those who watched it all the way through. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this Hello Pony OC redesign. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye.